You ever walk into a stadium and do a double take because the sideline looks like it has a celebrity doppelganger strolling around? That's exactly what happened in Cleveland, except the celebrity was the rookie QB's brother. And the whole thing was a prank so perfectly executed, it belongs in a sitcom. Picture this: a packed Browns Steelers crowd, Sunday energy humming, people moving from tailgates to seats. Into that sea of orange strolls a guy wearing Shedeur Sanders jersey, the right chain, the arm sleeve, even the beard work, and fans do what fans do. They point, they snap, they whisper, "Is that him?" Only it wasn't Shedeur. It was Shilo Sanders, and he pulled off an impersonation that went viral fast. What makes the bit so great isn't just the costume, it's the whole setup. Shilo didn't just throw on merch and hope for the best. He leaned into the character, the legendary chain, the Browns shorts, the orange sleeve, the swagger. He even grew out his beard to get closer to the look. That level of detail turns a gag into theater. People weren't saying, "Hey, that's a look-alike." They were saying, "Is that actually him?" And the moment the camera caught fans reacting, the prank escalated from funny to must-see. Now, context matters. Shedeur's story this season has been a roller coaster. Drafted in the 5th round, buried on the depth chart, then suddenly thrust into the QB2 conversation after Joe Flacco was traded. The optics around him have been loud. Fans want a storyline, and the internet loves a viral moment. Shiloh's stunt didn't just get laughs. It tapped into a bigger narrative about hype, timing, and what it means to be ready in the NFL. There's also the brotherhood angle, which makes the prank oddly wholesome. Shilo could have been trying to troll his brother. Instead, he played it as a love letter. "I'm here in case you get in the game." In the YouTube video he posted, Shilo joked about being the sideline guy in case his brother saw the field. He even rated Shedeur's performance a 10 out of 10, a line that's as much warm family tease as it is a nod to their shared competitiveness. You feel that this prank lands because it's a family poke, not a cheap jab. And let's be honest, the stunt serves another purpose. For a rookie like Shedeur, visibility matters. The Browns' QB room is in flux. Flacco's gone, Dylan Gabriel has started and struggled at times, and fans are loudly calling for Shedeur to get his shot. A viral moment like this doesn't solve football problems, but it does keep a player's name trending. It keeps broadcasters talking, and it keeps the pressure interesting. Whether that's good or bad for Shedeur depends on what the Browns do next: promote development or succumb to the social media timeline. There's also a career pivot in the background. Shilo Sanders had a short NFL audition, signed as an undrafted free agent by the Buccaneers, waived in August, then worked out with the 49ers in September without sticking. So now Shilo has doubled down on his YouTube channel, where he reaches over 200,000 subscribers. The prank is content gold: a fast viral clip, a long-form YouTube drop that drives views, and a persona that's marketable beyond the field. His dad, Coach Prime, even floated acting as a potential next step. That's not surprising. The Sanders family has always been part sports, part entertainment. Shilo leaning into media isn't surrender, it's adaptation. Flip the lens to Shedeur for a second. He's a rookie trying to find his footing in the NFL's pressure cooker. For him, the prank is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it humanizes him. His brother's out there hyping him up in a way that fans can cheer for. On the other hand, it adds noise. The Browns are 1-5, and the football questions are urgent. Who protects the pocket? Who calls the right plays? Who turns potential into points? Viral moments are fun, but coaches don't win games on likes. The real question is whether the organization gives Shedeur the structure he needs: scripted reps, protection schemes, and a patient runway, or whether they cave to the viral drumbeat and throw him in before the stage is set. There's a sweet spot here. If Cleveland is smart, they'll use moments like Shiloh's prank to build goodwill without letting it dictate decisions. Promote the positivity, the family, the fun, but pair it with a calm, clear development plan for Shedeur. Let him get a handful of designed reps in low-variance packages so the coaches can evaluate him without exposing him to every kind of pressure the league can throw at a rookie. That protects confidence and gives fans something real to cheer for beyond a clever bit. And media-wise, this is a content creator's dream. Shilo turned a simple gag into a multi-platform story. Micro-viral clips on social, a long-form YouTube that explains the setup and shows the reactions, and bait for national shows that love a human interest angle. It's lean, efficient entertainment, and it reminds every team that in 2025, player branding lives on and off the field. Athletes aren't just players anymore. They're creators too, and Shilo knows how to capitalize on that. But let's not ignore the funniest detail. The scoreboard didn't care about the prank, and the people on the field had to do their jobs. Football still hums on its own frequency. Injuries get fixed, play calls get made, and wins and losses pile up. Pranks give us a laugh between the chaos, but a breath of lightness in a season that can otherwise be cruelly serious. Shiloh's stunt worked because it was a relief valve, a shared laugh that let fans forget the scoreboard for a minute. Here's the thing you'll remember. The best pranks are the ones that tell the truth about people. Shiloh's joke landed because it didn't feel mean. It was a brother's flex, a nod to a kid who worked to get where he is, and a wink that said, "We're human too." In the age of polished athlete PR, that frank, messy human moment is refreshing. So what does this do to the Browns' momentum? Practically, nothing. But culturally, a lot. It softens the room, it injects personality into a roster that needs warmth, and it gives fans a different way to root. For Shedeur, that's currency. For Shilo, it's content and perhaps a pivot into a longer career off the field. For the league, it's another reminder that attention is the new currency, and the people who create it get to shape the conversation. Last image, crowds roaring, fans pointing phones, Shilo walking off with a grin that says, "Gotcha." Shedeur, somewhere on the sideline, probably smiling too, because if you can't laugh at the chaos of your own season, you're doing it wrong. Remember this line: in football and in life, sometimes the biggest plays happen off the field. They buy you a moment, a memory, and maybe, just maybe, a little breathing room to figure the rest out. Shilo Sanders pulled off one of the more entertaining game day stunts you'll see this season, and he did it with zero malice, all mischief. He rolled into the Browns-Steelers game decked out in his brother Shedeur's number 12 jersey, the signature legendary chain, Browns shorts, and an orange sleeve, strutted around the stadium, and convinced multiple fans he was the Browns' rookie quarterback. He filmed the whole thing and posted it to his YouTube channel, where clips of fans asking for photos and autographs quickly spread. Bleacher Report. The timing made the prank land perfectly. Shedeur had just been elevated in the Browns' QB depth chart after Joe Flacco was traded, but he still hasn't taken a regular season snap, which made the sight of a Shedeur wandering the concourse both believable and deliciously ironic. Fans' reactions ran the gamut from confused to delighted, and the video doubled as a lighthearted reminder that the Sanders family has always leaned into personality and showmanship. This isn't just a viral gag for Shilo. It's a career pivot in plain sight. He was signed as an undrafted safety by the Buccaneers earlier this year, but was released during roster cuts, and he's since leaned into content creation, building a sizable YouTube audience that now watches this kind of stunt. The prank felt like a natural intersection of his brand and the Sanders family's flair, equal parts promotion, family loyalty, and comedy. If the NFL door doesn't reopen, Shilo's creating a very viable alternative path. Fox News. There's a harmless competitive subtext that makes the clip fun beyond the laughs. Shedeur, a fifth-round rookie and Deion Sanders' son, has been under intense public scrutiny. Critics, hot takes, even campy feuds, because he hasn't seen the field yet and because his confidence draws attention. Shilo's prank quietly pokes at that pressure. He pretended to be the guy everyone's arguing about, played the part, and walked away smiling. It's a gentle way of humanizing the noise around Shedeur and reframing the narrative, if only for a few minutes. Yahoo Thethau. The family angle matters. The Sanders clan has always been performative in public. It's part of their identity and part of their media savvy. Deion's public comments about Shilo's future, hinting at acting or other opportunities, make the prank feel less like a retirement of football ambitions and more like smart portfolio building. Keep playing the game, but also grow your platform. For Shedeur, these moments can be double-edged. They humanize him, but they also feed the pundit mill that judges readiness and seriousness. The best answer to both is still the same. Perform on the field when the opportunity arrives. Fox News. If you're packaging this for social or a short segment, lean into the visuals, the is that him close-ups, fans' reactions, the reveal, and then the family embrace after the prank. The story lands because it's funny, harmless, and timely, a distraction in a tense season for the Browns, and a reminder that football lives inside and outside the lines. And for Shilo personally, it's a small masterclass in turning a setback being cut into content currency that keeps him visible, likable, and relevant. YouTube bottom line, clever, harmless, and perfectly on brand. Shilo got laughs, fans got a surprise, Shedeur got a viral vote of confidence, and the Browns got one more headline that wasn't about play calling or roster drama. If you like this tone, I can tighten it for a 60 to 90 second social clip or expand it for a longer feature.